Hey, welcome back, gang. I'm here with Todd Gillihan, local shredder, local backcountry shredder, and we're here to talk to you about some stuff. I want to introduce you to Todd. Totally awesome guy. I've known him for longer than I even knew I knew him. And back in college, shredding Chico style, and then here up in the area, upper foothills before Lake Tahoe, along the 50 corridor, Highway 50. And so we're going to talk about some things. Welcome to the show, Todd.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate it.
Thanks for making it.
Thanks for having me on.
Right on. Well, we're going to talk today about some of your stuff with backcountry, but before we get into that, tell us, what are some of your favorite spots to be boarding?
Well, growing up here on the West Slope, Sierra Tahoe is always a local favorite, probably the closest resort to shoot up Highway 50 before you get into the Lake Tahoe Basin. And then also shooting over to Highway 88 would hit up Kirkwood often. And those are two of my most favorite spots to be hitting. And a couple of years ago, I got into backcountry snowboarding. I really wanted to be able to access backcountry without having to put on snowshoes. So I went to a split board, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But nonetheless, some of my favorite spots up Highway 50, we have Ralston, we have Pyramid Peak. You can also backcountry ski and snowboard that.
Yeah.
Waterhouse Peak, which is inside the Lake Tahoe Basin, and then also stuff off of Carson Pass, really accessible kind of park and play spots where you can just park your rig on the side of the road and strap up and go for it.
And earn your turns,
and earn the turns, that's it. And get the solitude, no lift lines, not as many runs, but nonetheless it's well worth it. And sweet views, and you know that you've definitely earned it for the day.
Right on. So that's kind of like your why for backcountry? Why
Yeah,
you like doing that?
That's the number one reason is, I love hanging out with people, but want to be able to get out and have some solitude out in the woods and get out in the backcountry and just have that experience instead of sitting in lift lines. And
sure. And you don't like buying $10 pints of beer? In the
I don't like buying $10 pints or $25 hamburgers, but or even $60 lift tickets for that matter.
Yeah, for real.
So I went to the backcountry snowboard route, and it's been pretty great thus far.
Nice.
So.
Well, tell us about the board. You brought it in. How does this thing work? This is like so you don't have to look like a ding dong doing the.
This is. Well, this is. I actually had some buddies who owned a snowboard shop in downtown Placerville. They took my old snowboard, it's a Rosignol Sultan 160, and they cut it for me. They cut it straight down the middle, and I bought a kit that's able to create it or modify it into a backcountry snowboard. And how it works is that you just have this hardware, these pins pull out, and the bindings just slide off each side, and go ahead and do that side right there. Binding slides straight off. And then you just unclip the tail and the tip right there, and this thing just splits, just like so. And so you have the two pieces, and the bindings attached to where you can clip them in up here. You have a free heel. You have these little clips that you can clip down. And,
for going uphill.
For going uphill, yeah. When you're climbing the super steep stuff, we have the skins that we put on the bottom, which are these guys right here. And it's a great time. And again, getting super awesome cardio exercise on the way up. Get up top, it only takes about 2 or 3 minutes to put it together. So
excellent.
put it
and
together.
You don't have to look like a telly fool.
You don't have to look like a telly fool. I tried the telly thing, and it's a great sport, but my learning curve was not as what I was hoping it to be. So.
Yeah, and these allow you to like really float in the. When you're boarding down, you're floating on the powder way more than a telly person who's down underneath the snow, not really being able to.
Cruise right along the top.
Yeah.
Yep. And these things are pretty wide, pretty fat. The skins, you cut them down to the thickness of these or the width of these guys, and it works out pretty good. I was totally amazed at how steep of terrain you can climb with a split board. So.
Excellent, excellent. So you can either buy a split board, or you can do what Todd did and have somebody cut it in half and get the kit to make it. And you had a wood core, right?
I had a wood core. I think that's definitely one of the important things. There's a wood core, and I put some enamel on the side that's coming off. But nonetheless, you have to have a wood core. The kit was about $150, and the skins were about $150. So instead of buying
a $450 pass for the year.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was able to get into the board, and it was a bunch cheaper than buying an actual split board, which can run $800 or $900, not including the skins and bindings and all that. So.
Hey, good stuff.
So.
Hey, well, this is gonna be an awesome year, El Nino. So they say.
I hope so. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the snow to fly.
Amen. So anyway, thanks for joining us. Looking forward to showing you how you can ski for free with some rondonnée bindings, and that'll be in the next show. So thanks a lot for joining us. Thanks a lot, Todd.
Hey, appreciate it.
All righty.